All right, if your business moves goods in India worth more than 50,000 rupees, then you know all about the e-waybill. And you definitely know the headache that comes with it, right? Constantly jumping between your accounting software and the government portal, copying, pasting, just wasting time and risking mistakes with every single shipment. Well, today, we are going to make that entire headache disappear for good.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, that's the old way. It's a total mess of manual data entry, double-checking everything, and just lost hours. But on the right, that's the future. A smooth, accurate process that happens right inside the software your team is already using every single day. And that is exactly what we're going to break down right now.
So how do we get there? Well, the promise is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. We're going to take this frustrating multi-step chore and we're going to turn it into a one-click action. That's it. Generated directly from the sales invoices you're already creating anyway.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll quickly touch on the core problem, that e-waybill headache. Then, we'll do the crucial one-time GSP setup. After that, we integrate the systems. And then, the payoff, one-click generation. And finally, we'll see how you can manage everything after the bill is created.
Okay, let's start with the problem itself. For so many businesses, the e-waybill isn't just a piece of paper. It is a major bottleneck. It slows down your entire sales process, it delays dispatch, and it creates friction for everyone, from the accounts head trying to close the books to the commercial department trying to get trucks on the road.
And here's the thing you got to remember. An e-waybill is absolutely non-negotiable. It's a mandatory compliance document. It's how the government keeps a digital trail of goods moving around the country. If you get this wrong, you're looking at delays, fines, and some serious operational headaches. So our goal is to make this mandatory step as painless as humanly possible. All right, let's dive into the first part of the solution, this one-time GSP setup. The best way to think about this is like you're laying down a digital pipeline that connects your business directly to the government's portal. And the best part? You only have to do this once to unlock this seamless integration forever.
So how does this connection actually work? It happens through something called a GSP, which stands for Goods and Services Tax Suvida Provider. Just think of it as an officially authorized, totally secure bridge. It lets your accounting software, like Zoho, speak the exact same language as the government's portal so they can exchange data safely and automatically. Now, setting this up on the government portal is surprisingly straightforward. First, you just log in to the official eWaybill website. Then you're going to navigate over to Registration and choose For GSP. From there, you'll click Add New and select your GSP. In our example, it's Zoho Corporation. And finally, you'll create a unique API username and password.
And listen, this part is absolutely critical. The username and password you create right here are not your normal login details for the government portal. Nope, these are special credentials made just for the software to use. So keep them safe because you're going to need them in the very next step.
Okay, on to the next phase, what I like to call the final handshake. We've already told the government portal to expect to hear from our GSP. Now we just need to pop into our own accounting software and give it the keys to that new authorized channel we just created.
And inside your accounting software, this is an absolute breeze. You just head over to your settings, find the section for taxes and compliance, or maybe GST settings. You'll see an option there for e-waybills. Just click that big Connect Now button and you're pretty much there.
You then enter those special GSP credentials we just created on the government site, click Save, and that's it. Seriously, your systems are now permanently bridged. This is a secure, one-and-done setup. You will never have to do this again. And now we get to the really satisfying part, actually generating the bill. All that little bit of setup work was for this exact moment, to make the daily grind of compliance basically disappear. This is where your accounts and your dispatch teams are going to feel that aha moment.
The new process couldn't be simpler. Your team just creates a sales invoice exactly like they always do, filling in the customer info and what's being sold. They save it as a draft and boom, instantly a new option appears right there on the invoice screen, a button that says Create eWaybill.
And when you click that button, a form pops up. But here's the magic. Almost all of it is already filled out for you. It just pulls all the data directly from the invoice you just made. That alone gets rid of so many chances for typos and errors. But there is one little piece of info you still need to add.
All you have to do is complete Part B, which is just the logistics info. It's simple. If you're using your own company truck for the delivery, you just punch in the vehicle number. If you've hired a logistics partner to handle it, you just enter their transporter ID. That's it.
You fill in that one piece of information, you hit generate, and bam, it's done.
The e-waybill is instantly created on the government portal. The official number, the details, they're all pulled back and attached right to your invoice in your accounting software. No more switching tabs, no more copy-pasting. It is just done.
But of course, creating the bill is only half the story, right? A true integration also needs to handle all the essential stuff that happens after it's been generated, making sure you have total control without ever having to leave your workflow. And it does. Right from that same invoice screen, you now have complete command. You can see the live eWaybill status, you can download the official PDF to send to your driver, and if something changes and you need to, you can cancel the eWaybill directly from here too. Now, speaking of canceling, here's one really important thing to know. The government rules are super clear on this. You only have a 24-hour window from the moment you generate an eWaybill to cancel it. The system makes it easy to do, for sure, but you have to act within that time frame.
So let's just step back and look at the transformation. We've taken a process that was disconnected, super prone to errors, and a total drag on your operations, and we've turned it into a streamlined, integrated, and almost one-click part of your daily sales workflow. That's a huge win for your accounting team, a win for logistics, and really a win for the entire business.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. When you master an integration like this, it does more than just solve the eWaybill problem. It kind of changes your mindset about what's even possible. It gets you asking a really powerful question. Now that you see how simple compliance can be, which other tedious, time-wasting business process are you going to streamline next?